Hello and welcome to another review from SaaS Beacon. Today I'm looking at Juphy, which is a unified inbox for collaborative teams that can bring together messages and notifications from several of your social media channels and allow you to manage those in a single place. Although Juphy seems to support all the major social networks, there are limitations as to which platform supports what actions, and they tell you that pretty clearly. Despite these limitations, Juphy can still be a good option for people to use and improve their efficiency when working with multiple social channels. Juphy is already quite feature-rich, and they have an aggressive roadmap as well. Imagine the ability to manage your YouTube comments, Facebook Messenger chats, and Gmail support emails from one single interface. Sounds exciting? Let's take a closer look. Once you sign in, you start in the inbox, which is at inbox 0 state right now since we don't have any channels attached. This workspace has a generic name as your workspace, and I want to go in and modify that. Okay, now that the workspace is renamed, let's go and see if I can add a few channels to this workspace. Juphy currently supports Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Gmail, which is in closed beta. Since I'm not in the closed beta program, I cannot add that channel, but when it is released, it would likely be one of the most popular channels in use. Other platforms supported are Google My Business, Google Play, and the App Store. As of now, the one thing you should know about Facebook integration is that you can only add Facebook pages as a channel, and any messages coming to your pages would be seen here. Facebook groups integration is not live yet, but it's on the roadmap and expected to be enabled soon. For those who manage Facebook groups, you will agree that such a centralized location for all notifications and ability to reply will be amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and add a couple of SaaS Beacon accounts to Juphy. Let's add the Twitter account first. So I have gone ahead and added Twitter and YouTube to Juphy. SaaS Beacon is relatively new and we have limited social presence as of yet, so there's not much activity to see here. There are no messages I can see in these channels over the last few days, so I can filter for a longer duration. So here I have a message from YouTube. I can click onto this message to see the entire conversation. Miguel had asked me a question about swipe pages, and I replied to it a few days ago. Since this message is already replied to, it has a tag on it marking it as read. There are additional tags that I can apply to this message or create a new one. Since this was a question, I will go ahead and create a new tag for question, and then I can apply that tag to this message. If I want to send another message in this conversation, I can do so from here. I can add emojis to the message to make it more expressive. And if I am expecting similar questions, I can create a canned response, save it, and use it for replying to these messages. If I'm working with a team, these messages can be treated as tickets and they can be assigned to your team members along with a note to give them more context or instructions about the ticket. Alright, let's close this and look at the filtering options on the right. I can filter messages by their status, whether they are assigned to me, or filter by a specific channel. The tags that were assigned to these messages can also be used as a filter. For example, I can try and see any of the positive messages or any questions in these messages. As we saw earlier, there is also a date range filter which can be used to filter messages from a specific time period. Alright, that was a quick look at how you can set up channels in Juphy and use it as a central inbox to manage all messages. But there is more you can ask Juphy to do by setting up automation rules. Automation rules can be set for specific channels, so I will pick both the channels here and then I can assign keywords for which a specific tag should be applied to messages from those channels. This can be very effective as it can help you monitor some of the keywords that are most important for you. For example, you might want to answer all the questions that you are being asked on your channels, or you might want to monitor for any positive or negative messages that are coming your way so that you can handle responses appropriately. In the reporting section, you can get a statistical idea about the messages that are coming on your social media channels. In this case, all the messages are from YouTube and hence you see a single colored pie chart. Had it been multiple channels, there would be a breakdown of different channels via which you are getting messages. Looking at this report, I think this is the best time to promote our channels. I would really encourage all of you to join us on Twitter and YouTube so that the next time I have to review any social media tool like this, I can show you more data. Okay, back to the review. Looking at workspace tools, you have the ability to integrate with Slack and enable Slack notifications. This can be useful for teams which are already active on Slack and would like the notifications from social media channels to be directed to Slack. You can create multiple workspaces to access from a single account. I'm going to create one for another company, and once it loads, I can go in there and see that there are no channels enabled for this company. You can thus create multiple workspaces and use them to manage social media channels for multiple businesses. For teams which are actively engaged in social media management or have multiple channels, Juphy can be an excellent solution to boost your productivity as it can manage many of these messages from a single location. In addition to this, you should consider what is being planned on their roadmap. One of the first things that I am looking forward to is their Gmail integration so that any support messages for clients and messages that are being handled through Gmail would be possible to be replied to from Juphy. The second thing that I am looking forward to is Facebook groups integration that would enable group owners and managers to keep an eye on all the messages that are flowing through their groups. Juphy's mobile apps and several other integrations are being planned, and you should take a look at their roadmap to see what you are interested in and maybe upvote that accordingly. A quick warning for admin users. Be careful when joining as admin for any workspace. As an additional admin user, I accidentally deleted the default workspace of the main LTD account and sort of messed it up. I just could not access that account then. We talked with Juphy support and they sorted it out pretty quickly, but meanwhile this review had to be done on a trial account. Okay, let's look at their LTD now. As of February 5th, 2021, Juphy is running a lifetime deal on AppSumo, which starts at $59 for 15 channels and 5 users. You can stack up to 15 codes, and each code increases the number of channels and users supported. I'm not an AppSumo affiliate, so I do not make any money recommending Juphy, but I think this tool can be really useful for many businesses and agency owners. If you or your business work with multiple clients, social networks, or support channels, you should give Juphy a try and see if it fits your workflow. That's it for this review. Do give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. Do subscribe to the channel for upcoming reviews, and if you have any questions, let's chat in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.